Hi, Holly. So this time I looked over your lesson plan first, and now I'm doing recorded feedback, so maybe I won't babble for quite as long as I did before. So, okay. I looked this over, and we've got 8th grade language arts clauses, excellent, and you chose the exact correct evidence outcome for that. I love your essential global question, and I like the fact that I saw that in your lesson plan, and that you did a whole bunch of tweets that weren't complete thoughts, that were dependent clauses. It's like a really cute, really good idea. Nice hook. I like your evidence outcomes and your objectives. Excuse me, I like your objectives here. I think that they are measurable. I think that they're well aligned. I think that they're well stated for the kids. I like the opportunities for verbal feedback during the classroom activity and the doing the notes along the way. That really helps you know where students are tripped up, and you can give them some extra examples. And the tweets, that's hilarious. I like that a lot. So good note, good job for the hook. I like that. I like having the tweets up there. They're not complete thoughts, and so that messes things up when we're trying to write to people, leads right into direct instruction. One little thing right here, careful with 8th graders. When you say things like, just bear with me, it's going to be a little bit of boring, they may take that and run with it, and you don't want that. You just want to stick with the really positive, really upbeat stuff. Just pretend it's not boring, right? You want to stick with what you were saying, right? That this stuff is power. This stuff is accuracy of communication, and so it's important, period. Move on. If you give them an inch of this, the notion that this is boring, then they'll just run away with it, okay? Love the guided notes. Think that's a great idea. Using the document camera to go through it with them. And I scrolled down earlier and looked at your guided notes. Good. All right. And I see that those are the same notes from class, so of course I kind of like those. Right. And I like the fact that you have a lot of examples ready for the kids. I think that really helps when you're doing grammar. Just tons and tons of examples, and let the kids come up with their own too, and don't be scared of that. That pitch it out, when a student comes up with, well, what about this, right? I don't know, let's figure it out, let's check it through the notes, things like that, okay? I like the scripting out here. I think that helps me see what kind of teacher you want to be, and it helps, right, when you're teaching something that you don't feel 100% comfortable with. If it's scripted out in advance, then you've already thought through how you're going to say it. It helps your delivery to be much more calm and confident. So that's a really good idea. So, right, verbal check for understanding right here, and then their guided practice. That's a really good example that you're going to model the practice for them, look at it together, go through it together, modeling that kind of thought pattern and structure that you want them to have. Perfect, wonderful. And then the independent practice, right? Let's look at the tweets, pull them back up, and don't just let them get away with, what can you tell me about these? They're subordinate clauses. Good. How do you know that? In other words, make them apply their notes to their answer. Every time, every time, every time. That's a subordinate clause too. How do you know that? Because it blah, blah, blah. Good. That's a subordinate clause too. How do you know that? Because it blah, blah, blah. Get them into that habit of justifying their answer and checking their information every single time, so that they hold the information, that they hold the power, okay? All right, so then you're going to have them create complete sentences using subordinate clauses from the tweets. Excellent. I feel old or outdated or something. I have no idea who Chris Evans is. I'll have to look. So great. Then for homework, they're going to have to create 3 tweets, making sure that they're, using complex sentences. Really good. Holly, this is a great lesson plan. I hope that you would actually feel as comfortable teaching this as you seem to be comfortable with it in your lesson plan, because it's great, and I think it's a really nice idea. So, nicely done.